What's up, my peoples? This is Tony Lowe, back again with another Tony Tell 'em. It's St. Patty's Day, the day that I'm recording this, so I've taken a break from my normal. Nah, I shouldn't say normal, because I actually never drank on St. Patty's Day. The festivities today that are supposedly going on that I actually haven't seen any of yet. I'm actually looking for a party. If you know where one's at, hit me up. Let me know. I'm just fucking with you. But now, this is Tony Tell 'em. This week, I've decided to talk about... I don't even know what I decided to talk about, actually. I kind of just want to, just sit up here and just say stuff. Not really think about it, and then kind of edit it all together. But I feel like that wouldn't go over very well. So, I'm going to kind of sit here for a minute and adjust the camera. And I'm going to think what I should talk about. Can't really think of anything. It sucks because I don't have any reviews to do. I haven't played any games recently that I've actually wanted to talk about. Hell, why not break out of the box a little bit and do a rant? Yeah, you already know it's coming. If you've seen the Fanboyism video, you've seen that my rants can sometimes be extremely effective, or I just fucking babble until you stop watching and comment and watch my videos 700 times. But so yeah, this week I kind of wanted to speak on the closed-mindedness of certain gamers in the community. Now, from what I've seen, most people that I've met, most people that I know, like a certain genre of game. Like me, I'm more of like a first-person shooter type guy. Most of the games that I've played have been first-person shooters. Most of the games that I've excelled at and been good at are first-person shooters. I'm not really a big third-person guy. I played Gears of War 2. Was really the only I played Alpha Protocol, and I really didn't like Alpha Protocol at all. But Gears of War was the only real third-person shooter I ever played, and I really wasn't a huge fan of it. I fucking downed the shit out of that game. I also tried playing Mass Effect once, and I downed the shit out of that game. And because of that, because of my experience with third-person shooters, I automatically shunned the new Mass Effect game at first. If you saw the last Tony Tell 'em, you would know that I changed my mind after playing it. My point is, most people, they get stuck in their ways. They get caught into a certain genre or a certain series, or they get a mindset about a certain series or a certain genre, and then they automatically shoot down any game that comes out that's in that genre. That's not always the best thing to do, and I'm here to say you need to stop doing that right away, because you're going to miss out on a lot of good games. You're going to miss out on, I don't fucking know. But you're going to miss out on a lot of good games. You're going to miss out on a lot of extremely fun titles, and you're probably going to miss out on some multiplayer with your friends that are playing those games because you're way too fucking stingy to want to buy the game to play it. Now, me, like I said, I'm a first-person shooter guy. I'm more into the war, the battlefields, and I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I like that. I want to play 3, but I haven't bought it yet. But I'm more into games like those, like Halo and stuff like that. I was into that, right? First picked up Mass Effect 2. I played it for about 10 minutes, only because it wasn't something that I was used to. I just couldn't bring myself to want to, have that view from behind the character, have the reticle out in front. The zoom in wasn't really even it's up to the scopes. It was literally just zoom in on the back. It was weird to me. I couldn't get used to the power wheel at first, and I didn't give it any time. I wasn't forced to play it. I played it, and that was it. It was done. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not. Forget it. And I walked away from it. And, like I said, automatically, I downed every concurrent Mass Effect after that. Mass Effect 2, fucking terrible. Mass Effect 3, everyone was talking about, it's going to be fucking terrible. It's going to be horrible. I was just more pissed that EA released first date fucking DLC, because I get pissed off when that shit happens. Even fucking Dragon Age Origins, I really didn't like that because it was third person. I love those type of games. I like RPG games. I'm into those. I couldn't get into Dragon Age because it was third person. And that, I can actually honestly say I couldn't get into it because I did play it for 4 or 5 hours. And it was fun, but there was too much micromanagement. Same thing with Mass Effect. Even though I do like Mass Effect, that's one thing that still annoys me about it, is I don't like to micromanage in my first person, in my games. I don't like to micromanage in my shooters. because I don't want to have to worry about what that squad mate's doing or if that person's getting heals. They're computers. They're fucking smarter than me. They should already have this shit on lock. But yeah, I mean, I gave a new genre a shot, and I ended up liking it, even though I didn't like the first 2 games. The second one's kind of growing on me. I still probably wouldn't go back to the first one, because usually the first one's usually like a rough, real, like, you know, you have to play it and get used to it and this and that. Usually the second one's more refined, and then the third one's usually the best, at least for me. I like thirds. That's why I like Modern Warfare. Fuck, man. God of War 3 and didn't like the first 2 because the first 2 just seemed a little elementary compared to the third one. I don't know, another good example would be, again, I'm using myself, kind of putting myself out there. I'm not a huge fan of real-time strategy games, aka StarCraft. I fucking hated the first StarCraft with a passion. Like, you couldn't, I bought it twice. First time I bought the disc and I lost the code and had to reinstall it, and they threw a fit. They wanted me to send in like a receipt, the box, the manual to prove that I bought the game, so they gave me a new code. I wasn't with that. I just bought it. I bought a digital copy, so I'm good. But I mean, I spent $28 on StarCraft 1. I played it maybe twice. I really couldn't get into it, just because, again, that whole micromanagement thing that they forced you to do in the first one, I couldn't get into. So automatically, when StarCraft 2 got announced, I was on the forefront talking shit. Everyone that said, oh man, I can't wait for StarCraft 2 to come out. I'm like, man, you guys are a bunch of fucktards. StarCraft 2 is gonna fucking suck. Just like the first one did, I was talking all this shit, and getting on people and stuff. But, lo and behold, again, my wonderful friends convinced me to buy StarCraft 2. Even though I did not want to pay $49 for it, I paid $49 for StarCraft 2. And you know what? I like it. I'm not going to say I love it. I'm not going to say that I play it every day. I'm not going to say that I'm amazing at it. But they made a lot of improvements over the first one, in my opinion. At least catering to a gamer like me that doesn't like that whole micromanagement. I can just select a big-ass group of units and be like, yo, fucking get them. So, I mean, I really did like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is don't pigeonhole yourself into a certain genre or a certain, you know, a certain opinion about a game until you play it, until you sit down, until you give yourself a good hour of saying, even if I get frustrated, even if I die a lot, even if I'm having the most difficult time learning all the systems, to just play it. Just do it. You'll eventually get good at it, and you'll stop sucking, and you'll end up loving the game. And then this game that you were going around telling all your friends, oh, fuck that game, I'm never going to fucking get in it, I'm never going to play it, this game sucks, da-da-da. You're going to come back to them and go, yeah, this game's kind of tight. And if it's got multiplayer, you're going to be like, yeah, let's fucking play this shit. And therefore, you and your friends have a better relationship. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, get into it. Don't, you know, shoot down a game. Don't shoot anything really in life. Don't shoot it down the minute. Don't shoot it down because of your preconceived notions. Basically, this is a Tony telling you, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't even judge a book by the first chapter. At least read halfway through the book before you decide that it sucks. I mean, you at least owe it a fair chance. I mean, you know, we relate this to video games. You doing that with the video game industry is only going to help the industry. It's only going to help it grow, make better games. I mean, because of the fact that people, you know, certain people like certain genres, and there's certain things about certain genres that people like, but they don't like others. There's games like, what's that new game coming out? Fucking Starhawk, where it's like a fucking first-person shooter / RTS game, like tower defense type game. So I mean, stuff like that happens, and then that's like, oh man, this is kind of, you know, this is kind of cool. It's kind of innovative. I kind of like this. You know, let's keep doing this. I'll buy this game, right? Because they listen, they see the sales, and they hear what people say. They listen to your reviews. They go on GameSpot and they read up like, oh man, people didn't like this about the game. All right, well maybe in the sequel we'll change it. Simple as that. But if people like me and people like you don't even try the game, and people that are hardcore on that certain type of game, or even hardcore on that game, are the only ones that are writing the reviews saying, man, these same people that thought everything was perfect in the first game, they're just going to bring everything over to the second game with a new story. So then people like me are going to look at it and go, well, this is the same fucking game. Everything that I hated about the first game, I still fucking hate about this game. Moving on to the third game, if you don't say anything, it's gonna keep happening, and eventually, you know, it's, I don't know, it's just a vicious cycle. We can break that chain. We can break the combo breaker. Fuck it. We can break the chain. Have better games because these developers, these game makers aren't fucking stupid. They read what we say. They listen to the YouTube videos. They look at the reviews. They go to like the little websites too, like the ones that are hidden off in the corner, like fuck is the name that was thosegamingnerds.com, and they see what you say, and they work to improve. They work with you. They're not just ignoring you. It's like voting, except it actually works because your voice is actually heard. That's if you voice your opinion. Again, like I said, rants. I just fucking babble. You've probably stopped watching the video. If you're still here with me, all right, thumbs up. Really, thumbs up, and subscribe. And just know, don't pigeonhole yourself into a certain genre. Don't pigeonhole yourself into a certain preconceived notion of a game just because you didn't like the first one or you didn't like the second one. You might like the third one. Just give it a shot. And then liking the third one might make you want to go back and play the second one. Making the second one might when you're going to be blah, 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 and then, yeah, shit just keeps moving. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So, if you're still here, still watching, thosegamingnerds.com is the site to go to. You can see, I think there's a few other Tony Tellums on here that aren't on my Facebook page. There might start being exclusive ones that are going to be only on Those Gaming Nerds and not make it to my YouTube page, but there's another YouTube landing page you can go to. You can check me out on Facebook. Facebook.com/TonyLow860, all one word, TONYLO860, in case you don't know. It's on my YouTube page somewhere on the thing. You can check me out on Twitter, same thing, Tony_Low_860. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure that's what I haven't used Twitter in a while. You can probably find me on Twitter through my Facebook, and you can find my Facebook through my YouTube, and you can find me through thosegamingnerds.com. And you can also find Chris, who does a Chris's Controversial Corner every once in a while, and I actually might start using those for my videos because that's what the Fanboyism one came off of, and that one did pretty well. But besides the fact, it's Tony Low signing out with Tony Tellum. Tony told you. Tony told you how it is, so you better listen up. Alright, I'm not going to try that. Fuck it. Deuces.